Every single day, without you even thinking about it, a high-stakes battle is happening inside your body. It's your immune system versus cancer. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this incredible hidden war.
So let's just start with a really powerful idea. What if instead of looking for some miracle cure in a lab somewhere, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology in the entire world is actually patrolling through your veins right this second?
To really get this, you've got to picture a microscopic battlefield raging inside all of us. And on this battlefield, the hero isn't some new drug or fancy radiation treatment. Nope. The surprising hero of this story is our very own immune system. Now, usually we think of our immune system as, the thing that fights off a cold or the flu. But its job is so much bigger than that. It's basically a 24/7 surveillance system, this massive network of tiny soldiers and spies on the lookout for anything that seems, well, off. This internal army of ours has two main branches. On one side, you've got the innate system. Think of them as the first responders, the SWAT team that kicks down the door and attacks anything suspicious, no questions asked. Then, on the other side, you have the adaptive system. These guys are the precision weapons. They're a little slower to act, but they are incredibly smart. They learn to recognize specific enemies, like a particular virus or even a cancer cell, and they remember it forever. And this right here brings us to a really crucial concept: tumor immunosurveillance. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, but it describes something absolutely amazing your body does naturally. It means your adaptive immune system is constantly on patrol, looking for those first few cancer cells, identifying them as a threat, and just taking them out before they can ever become a real problem. So your body is literally designed to fight cancer, which raises a huge question: what goes wrong? Well, this is where the plot thickens. The enemy is clever. Cancer isn't some dumb invader, it's more like a traitor that evolves. It actually learns how to wear a disguise to hide from the very system that's supposed to destroy it. So how does it pull this off? Well, cancer develops a whole bag of dirty tricks. For one, it can hide the molecular red flags that your immune cells are trained to look for. It can also release chemical signals that basically tell your immune cells, hey, nothing to see here, stand down. It can even build a tiny little fortress around itself, a microenvironment that shields it from attack. The best way to think about it is this: a cancer cell is like a spy that carefully wipes its own fingerprints clean before it enters the building. It makes it almost impossible for your body's security system to spot it as a threat because it's just hiding in plain sight. But what if we could give our hero, our immune system, a new weapon? What if we could give it a special pair of goggles to see right through that disguise? Well, that's exactly where one of the most exciting frontiers in medicine comes into play. It's called CAR T-cell therapy, and the concept here is absolutely revolutionary. Instead of giving a patient a chemical drug, you actually re-engineer their own immune cells. You turn their T-cells, those precision weapons we talked about, into a living drug that is personally programmed to hunt down and kill their specific type of cancer. Okay, so here's how it works. First up, doctors take a blood sample from a patient and they collect their T cells. Then, in a lab, scientists use some pretty incredible genetic engineering to give those cells a new piece of code, a special receptor that acts like a GPS tracker for that patient's cancer. And finally, these new, supercharged cells get infused back into the patient, where they multiply and begin their search and destroy mission. And listen, this isn't science fiction. This isn't something that's decades away. CAR T therapy is being used today, and it's achieving incredible life-saving results, especially in some of those really tough-to-treat blood cancers like leukemia and lymphoma. The breakthrough moment for this whole therapy really came down to a very human story. Her name is Emily Whitehead, and she was the first child to ever receive this treatment for her leukemia. Her complete recovery was the moment that proved to the entire world that engineering our own immune cells wasn't just some cool theory, it could actually be a cure. So if CAR T therapy is the present, what's the future looking like? Well, scientists are now moving beyond just adding one new receptor. They're looking at completely editing our cellular code. The new approach, and you gotta get this, is to think of our immune cells like tiny little biological computers. And scientists are figuring out how to program them, like software, giving them brand new instructions to make them even smarter, even more effective cancer fighters. The tool that makes all this possible is called CRISPR. You've probably heard of it, right? It's this game-changing gene editing technology that lets scientists go into the DNA of an immune cell and just precisely rewrite it. They can delete bad instructions, add helpful ones, and basically give the cell a massive operating system upgrade.
The end game here is truly personalized medicine. The vision is a future where a doctor can take a sample of your tumor, map its unique genetic code, and then, right then and there, engineer your own immune cells to specifically destroy it. A completely custom-built treatment delivered in just a matter of days. Okay, all of this high-tech science is absolutely incredible, but let's bring this whole epic story back down to Earth. Back to you, because you're not just some bystander in this fight. You're the commander. Look, while genetics and just plain old luck definitely play a role, don't ever forget that your daily habits, your choices, have a direct and really powerful impact on how well equipped your internal army is to do its job. And the ways you can support it, they're the things we all kind of know, right? Getting quality sleep. That's when your body actually makes crucial immune cells. Eating a healthy diet to keep inflammation down. Regular exercise, managing your stress. These aren't just fluffy wellness tips. They are practical, evidence-based ways to keep your body's defense system in absolute peak condition. At the end of the day, you really are the commander of this microscopic army and the author of your own health story. The choices you make every single day are the orders you are giving to your body's defenders. And that kind of brings us to the biggest takeaway from all of this. For all the incredible scientific advances we're making, the real hero in the fight against cancer probably isn't going to be some new pill or a futuristic machine. It's the elegant, powerful, and adaptable army that has been inside of you from the very beginning. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. As science gets better and better at augmenting and programming our body's natural defenders, how will we, in our own daily lives, choose to support them? Because the future of medicine isn't just about fighting disease, it's about empowering the incredible biology that's already within us.